That was the fastest setup I've ever done. That was like
we're getting
lightning.
better at this. It only took
Look at me go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Get Reelisms Podcast. I am Adam Chase Rennie.
And I am Christine Chen.
Look at that, everyone. We did it. We're
Look
here.
At us. We're doing it. It only took us, what episode are we on?
We're on 71.
Yeah, it only took us 71 tries for us to start setting things up a lot
71
faster.
Tries, Christine. That's fine, right? Come on. We're ready to go. How's LA treating you, Christine?
Well, I got the LA welcome.
Yeah.
And so I'm on a film set, right? My friends, Michael Andrew, Brandon Hayes are shooting a awesome pilot called When We Grow Up. It's pretty awesome. It feels like my life a little bit. It's basically about 30-somethings trying to survive in LA and not realizing that their life is not anywhere near what they expected it to be.
Right.
And so I'm staying, they're very gracious on me staying at their place. So this is why my backdrop looks amazing for the first time. Basically, when I'm not in a hotel room or in my room, everything looks great. So I think it was day 3. We had a later call time and I decided, hey, I'm going to go like be proactive and work out and stuff. And I was going to go do the Echo Lake or Silver Lake is where I was
Silver
going.
Lake, yeah. Echo Park is another place.
Yes. I turn on my engine, my car engine, and I swear to God, I'm like, did somebody replace my engine with another engine? Is that possible? Is that literally possible? So, because it like pops and this like lawnmower sound comes out of the engine. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe some leaves got stuck in the tailpipe. Because I don't know shit about cars. Zero.
Neither do I. Yeah, that would be my guess as well. Some leaves in the hood, maybe.
Yeah, I was like, maybe a hood. So I popped the hood and like, this is my engine. This looks like my engine. So like, yeah, it's probably just backed up because I hadn't driven my car in like 2 days.
Oh, so you still don't have an explanation for it? It's
well,
just
okay.
It's just
so
a
I started
shitty
driving.
Flintstone engine.
So I started driving, and then I'm like, I don't feel like this car is gonna make it. It was like, it was like sputtering. Like it felt like it sometimes would go at the right pace, but sometimes it would like have to try very hard to drive like a few feet. And I'm like, this is not normal. So I was like, this is, even though Silver Lake was like 5-minute drive, I was like, I'm just going to turn into the closest whatever possible. And it happens to be, there was, luckily the street I was on had a million like car shops. I turned into this one that looks kind of shady. And before I even like, I get out of the car, turn on the engine, and the dudes that are working in the garage are like, your catalytic converter is stolen.
Oh no! Shit! Really? That's what happened?
I was like, "What the fuck is a catalytic converter?"
Yeah, I mean, I heard of it. It's just, I guess, like, does it muffle the noise? Is that what it is?
It's more than that. Like, I guess it helps with I think it muffles the noise is one of them. But then it has to do with you can't drive without it. One. Yeah,
okay. Because it's like carbon or carbon monoxide.
Like it can actually, I think, I read stuff that it can actually damage your engine if you try to drive more with it. Yeah, because it I guess filter stuff, or I have no clue because I didn't even know I didn't know my car has a catalytic converter. But apparently it's a thing here in LA. It's become a very popular crime, but certain cars, specifically like Hondas, Priuses, and stuff like that, like
have catalytic converters.
Yeah, well, no, all cars have catalytic converters. It's just certain cars are easier to steal. So you can get under a car and just cut this thing out of a car without somebody knowing. And apparently, this stuff sells for like $2 to $3 grand. That's why people sell it.
Hang on.
I know, right? We should go and start stealing catalytic converters.
No, because I'm trying to understand. Because when I was growing up in the Bay Area in Oakland, people would steal copper, and there's copper
this
wiring
is what
that
it
would.
is.
It
This
is copper.
essentially-
Okay.
There is copper in it. Yeah. So
yeah, it has elements of copper in the
out there
catalytic
is
converter.
apparently elements of copper and stuff like that. There's precious metals in it that make it.
It converts toxic gases.
Yes.
And
Oh, look.
pollutants.
Yeah. Side hustle. I think so too. We should all just learn how to steal catalytic converters.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it.
Fuck it.
If you get a lot of money out of it, that's what it looks like. It looks like one of those. Looks like a whoopee cushion.
It looks like a whoopee cushion. Yes, it does. Well, I had no clue what the it was.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either. That's crazy though.
Older cars is hard to find. So yeah, I have a 2009 Honda CRV. So.
And the top stories about catalytic converters is man steals 55 catalytic converters.
Yeah, I looked up catalytic converters.
That's not something to laugh at, but that's crazy.
Well, I looked up like who to call because you're supposed to report this to police, and like the first thing that pops up in the Google search was like, "There's an increase in stolen catalytic converters in your area." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. That's really cool."
Yeah, that makes me happy where I live. Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, LA.
Yeah, but also like I feel like that happens everywhere in any city. I mean, like there's break-ins that happen here in Austin, you know. So
fund your next project. Exactly. Chip is right. Fund my next project. Let's just steal catalytic converters.
Right. New business venture.
So mad. And the thing is, like, it's actually there aren't very many car places, I think, that actually can fix this thing. So, or like, it's worth their time fixing. I don't know, because I call my insurance people and they're like, "Oh, the place that you're in isn't with our insurance company. So it's going to take till next Wednesday for anybody to come and like do an estimate." So I'm like, okay, well then tell me what place can I go that's within like 5-minute driving, because I don't know if my car's going to make it to get this fixed. And they send me to a spot, and the place was like, "Yeah, no, we don't do, like, we only do body stuff. We don't do that stuff anymore." And then they like, so I'm sitting outside waiting, and they're searching around, and they're like, "Well, bad news. The other place that's close by won't be able to see your car until February." And then and then the other place that would have been able to see your car, they're all shut down because COVID, because they all got COVID. Well, I'm like, that's cool.
I mean, fuck. What? I'm sorry. That sucks. So what happens now?
So now I wait till Wednesday. I leave it. I left it at the first place that I left it at. And
did you have to tow it or something?
I bet. No. It could drive. It's just not like, it's just when you listen to it, it's very nerve wracking because you're like, I don't think the car.
It would be nerve wracking for me. God.
Yeah. So I left it at the first place I turned into, and I'll just have to wait till Wednesday till anybody can like go in and take a look at it and tell me, you know, hey, how much is it going to cost? And if it's going to cost this much, then, you know, but I don't know. It's the funniest thing ever. I feel like when you're like, I can look at it right now being positive about it. I feel like,
well, yeah, I mean, my car was broken into the first week living here in Austin. So yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like when you're trying to make a big change, the world tries to test you, right? The world is 100%. Like, do you really want this? Let me steal your catalytic converter.
Yeah, let me break in. Yeah, let me just steal your valuable shit from your car. Ugh.
I'm just glad that I moved my shit to my friend's garage before I parked it. Because
he could have easily took a peek in that fucking window.
Oh yeah, and you noticed my whole life was in the car. I know.
Smash and grab.
I'm just a small town girl from Austin.
Small town girl from Austin. Another metropolitan city. It's a small town.
Well, it's a nice town. It's a town where people are angry and poor and like sad and want to kind of like convert, or they just haven't they haven't learned about it yet. So
I mean, yeah, maybe. And we just spread that information
enough. Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. But yes, that's a thing.
I love it.
That's a thing. Catalytic converters. So yeah, no, that's the first rude awakening. The second one is more fun. My friends who I made the film with are like within eavesdropping distance. They probably think this is pretty funny too. No, it's actually
They can pop into the
terrible.
podcast if they want.
I want them to pop in the podcast, but they've got.
If they don't want to, don't force them. No peer pressure. We don't believe in that in the Get Reelisms podcast.
So Michael Andrews is a very, very, very talented director, and this is he made Nice to Meet You, or maybe I should say the wrong name, Nice to Know You. Apparently, I kept sending the call sheet with incorrect titles of the film the entire duration of the film. I don't think I got it right. Because there was only two, it was 2 days of shooting, right? 2 days. Yeah. So yeah.
Has that happened to you before on a shoot?
Where I send the wrong title of the film? Oh yeah, multiple times apparently.
Okay, because I've done the same thing too. Not as like a first AD, I never done that, but like sending information back and forth, like in the art department, I always give the wrong title of what we're shooting.
Well, that's why I have Carly, who's supposed to catch all of that.
But nobody corrected me until the last day of the shoot, until the director was like, wait, what did you call it? And I was like, it's this. And he was like, no.
Hell no.
it's this. And I'm like, we've been shooting for 20 days and I had no, and I've been saying
what the name of the film was
the entire time, completely wrong. I'm like, I am so sorry. It's like, yeah, fine. I was so mad at myself. So
yes.
Was that your story?
Perfect. Sorry. Oh no, I have a bigger story. Can you text me the address too? Yeah.
Still making business.
Jesus Christ. No. So this is even better. So on our 4th day of shooting, my true love gave to me a COVID scare on our set.
Fun. I also had a COVID scare as well. Okay, I'm actually currently in a COVID scare.
So unfortunately one of our crew members tested positive, and then which then spurned this chain reaction of like, oh, and then some other people also tested positive. So we're finding this out as luckily one of our producers is a doctor, and he gets special privileges like getting first in line for COVID testing, PCRs. Anyway, they were very kind to let some of us go and get a PCR as soon as possible. And I'm like psyching myself out the whole time on this journey to get our PCR test. Like the brain is such a powerful thing. Yeah. I'm like telling myself I'm totally fine the whole time. Meanwhile, the insides of me are like freaking the fuck out. And because I was not only was I on top, because I was standing in, I was on top of one of the people who did test positive, like literally like on top. I was also rehearsing without a mask with some of because I was a stand-in for the shoot, which I'm very proud of. I'm a if you get a chance to see the pilot, my butt makes it into the film. Yes. Wow, I know, my claim to fame.
Good Christine booty shot. Great.
So I got to stand in with my.
You're going to create an IMDb credit too for that, right?
For my butt.
Yeah.
So I got to stand in for one of the characters. So that was fun. Just my butt. So I'm like I've had my mask off for different parts for different reasons, and so I was like, surely. And I'm like psyching myself up. And of course, those people also got it positive. I'm like psyching myself up. And I make it to the test, fine, get out. And the drive back was like the longest drive for me because it's like I'm waiting for the news, because luckily it's supposed to like come in like an hour because it was a rapid PCR test. So we're waiting for the news. And meanwhile, this is how I know I was not fine. I'm getting nauseous, like very nauseous. And I'm like, okay, I can make it. I can make it home. I just need to make it to the restroom. We get to the gate of the apartment and I'm like, hold up. And I open the door because we're waiting for the gate, and I climb out and I throw up.
Dude, how? Like, is it just nerves? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I get if I get very, very stressed out or very nervous about something, I just get really nauseous. It's a thing.
Me
I've done
too,
that
a little
before,
bit.
like before like film festivals or something, feeling like, oh God, I feel like really sick all of a sudden. So yeah, so my friends got to know a side of me real fast.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
just
I mean, because you just got the overwhelming sense of stress. So you just
yeah.
like right when you got home, you're just like, blue screen, expel.
Yeah,
So you
I
just had to
didn't
throw up.
even make it to the restroom. That's the sad part. Like I was so close. It was like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
It
but I
was
mean,
just
what
five
what can
more
you
minutes.
do?
It
Yeah.
was just 5 more minutes. My pride like collapsed within those. Like I just could not do it anymore.
Yeah, no, I get it. That makes sense.
And then
And I'm
like
sorry that happened.
literally like 10 minutes after we get in the door, we get our results. And it's like negative. I'm like, dear God.
Oh God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So yeah. So it was so that's my LA welcome.
I just
It was like,
like,
hey, do you
yeah,
really want to be here? Steal your shit. Oh yeah, here's some COVID. Yeah.
it's the universe testing you for sure. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
you sure you want this, Christine?
You sure? Are you
You
sure
want to
you're
be LA Christine for a long time? Okay, let's go, dude. How
Let's do
about you
it.
deal with the catalytic
Yeah,
converters
converter. Let's take
robbery
that bitch. Yeah. So,
and a COVID
um,
scare on top of that, just
dear
to
God.
add fuel to
Back
your
to back, just
anxiety?
back. It was great. I
I'm
was
sorry.
very excited. So yeah, so that's been my week.
How
Yeah.
fun. How fucking fun.
But a funny story now, because like then like the
Yeah.
four of us, it was me, the two the director producers in the car that got tested, and we're like, yay, no COVID. But like our whole our set's been shut down like indefinite. Like hopefully it'll be one of those things that like, because we know that there are people that did test. So hopefully after the quarantine, then they're better. Then we'll revisit like finishing it, because it sucks. We literally had 2 more days left. Which the silver lining is that that's like a weekend. So like you could easily negotiate with a rental place and be like, hey, could you just rent it up to us for like a day, and then we get it for the whole weekend, So
Right.
but so that's the silver lining.
At least for that.
At least
Good
for that.
God.
But yeah, I'm still here in LA, guys, and I plan to try. This is how committed I am. Roxy and I found a place.
Oh, for use?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah. So we have a spot that we are going to, hopefully good for her, or maybe she'll regret it immensely. But yeah, we're going to be roommates together.
Oh shit. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So that's nice. So yeah, we found a spot.
You and Roxy?
Well, obviously me and Roxy and her husband. Yeah.
Oh, and her husband. Right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. We can't just kick him out.
Yeah, I was just no, I didn't.
I'm here, your new husband, Roxy.
I'm so sorry, Casey. Yeah, we love you. We love you, but yeah, we just,
I'm not that important yet.
there's something I was gonna ask you too. So you found a place to live, but you're still working. So wait, this set, you said it's closed indefinitely because of COVID, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it will resume in like a week or two.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and then if not, they already know like when I'm going to be out of town, because I took a gig. I will be doing a feature in Shreveport, ADing. So.
Oh,
Yes.
right on. You're coming back.
I'm coming back. It actually worked out. I
shit.
manifested this. I really wanted, because like I wanted to just make sure that I had time to go and like pack, because remember I packed what I could in my car,
Right.
which is not
All
close to everything. Yeah.
It's a spacious Honda though. It
is a
your
very
giant
spacious Honda.
SUV.
It's
yeah.
pretty great. Yes. Thank you, Melissa. So I'm say congratulations. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's funny because like I'm on set and there are actors who are like, oh man, I want to move to Austin. Austin's the best. I really want to go. And I'm like, I'm moving here. And then I'm like, there's nothing wrong with Austin's amazing. Austin is great. Austin has treated me beautifully. And Like so many projects are going to Austin right now. Of course, when I decide to leave, so many HBO. I think
there's a lot of
Netflix
gigs.
has
I'll say
something.
that.
So
Yeah.
many. Like, I mean, when I was on that set, Match Me If You Can, we were having trouble getting paid PAs, like because they were all booked. They were literally all booked. Yeah, on all the projects. So it's thriving. Austin's thriving right now. I'm like, oh, when we're at the peak of thriving, I'm gonna move and see what the fuck happens in LA. So
well, I
we'll
mean, yeah,
see.
but I feel like Christine, like it's all a matter of perspective, because like
Sure.
somebody else is going to hear the complete opposite, right?
Yeah.
So I think like any and I mean any metropolitan city, San Francisco, LA, New
Right.
York, Austin, Dallas, Houston, it's all the fucking same. I'm
Yes.
sorry, everybody. If you want to at me in the comments, do it. But they're all the same. They're all the same. They have the same idea about, you know, crime and everything else in between. And listen, not every city is perfect. There's no best city in the country.
Correct. There isn't.
There's none of that. LA is great for so many things. Austin is fantastic for so many
things. Yeah.
So you kind of have to give her a take and see what city works for you. There's been a few times where I'm like, fuck Austin. And then there's a few times where I'm like, you know, this city's actually not bad. I like it. It's a love-hate relationship with any city that I live in.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was just like I said on previous podcasts, it's something about trying to get out of your comfort zone, right? So it's so easy when you are comfortable. I lived in Austin for 10 years, and I know where I have a habit now, you know, there's places I like to go, there's people I like to see, and like there's certain kinds of sets I always pretty much am guaranteed to be on. So like there's no need really. I can be very happy and comfortable there, and there's really no need for me to like branch out, you know? So being in a new city, in a new place, like I'm like, oh, I have to make new friends. I need to go attend events, you know, and like get my name out there, because nobody gives a fuck about who I am here, you know, which is good, you know. I guess the way you would say is you kind of have an opportunity to reinvent yourself, right? And so it's kind of what I'm looking for is, okay, I want to reinvent myself, and I want to be Christine the director, and that's it, you know. Yes, I'm going to have to AD a little bit here and there to make a living and all that stuff, but that's just the natural transition, you know. Which, here's a cool thing. My Shreveport gig is a union gig. So I'm going to be officially flipped to be into the DGA. Yeah.
Oh,
shit. Did it. Yeah, so now I'm going to be in DGA AD, which is a big milestone for me.
Are you saying you're a professional director?
I'm professional.
God damn. Shit.
So I looked into, I guess I'll flip, but then I'm going to have to look into what it takes to flip into the union here in LA. So this is DGA is split. It goes, there's a California DGA, right? Like a South, I guess they call it Southern California DGA. There is a New York DGA, and then there's the rest of the US DGA. Yeah. It's called Third Area. I am qualified as the rest of the US DGA. And so it's because there's less project in the rest of the world. So I need to look into what it would take to flip into the LA DGA, which I was starting to look at, and it's like triple the number of days and stuff, which I think I actually by this point have earned. So I'll just have to redo the process and stuff. So yeah, it's called Third Area. I know, how rude.
Third area. Yeah, it is kind of rude.
It's the rest of the US third area. Yeah. So I don't know.
We live in the third area.
Maybe I don't need to flip but LA, the difference is that LA is not a right to work. California is not a right to work state. So like to get on certain projects, you really have to be in the union type thing, you know? So I'll look into that, but Yeah, I'm flipping. I'm excited. I don't know what that. I don't know really what that means because the I guess the minimum, the union minimum rate is less than what I usually. So it's.
Oh,
I
really?
thought I would. Yeah, the weekly rate or something. It's not more than I thought it would be, but whatever.
Oh.
It's cool. I guess it's one of those like you got to be in it for a little bit to see any benefits, but whatever.
Hmm.
So yeah, so that's my role right now. I am devoid of a car because I have to wait till next week until
Me too.
insurance. Oh, yay, look at us, we're the same.
We don't have cars.
We have
Yay!
cars. And we're in, except I'm in my late 30s and you're like still a young child, so like it totally.
Shut up. I'm not a youngin. I wish I was a youngin. Shit would be a lot easier. I'm 27. How dare you?
You are a young child.
Whatever. I love how you say too, you're just like, oh, it's my birthday. I'm getting so old. I sleep earlier than I usually do by like 30 minutes. Like, okay. All right. Relax, Christine. No, but you're right though. I can't, I feel like that would be so fucking hard to juggle. So wait, like, can you have more than one DGA? Like,
see, I'm not sure. That's,
okay.
I'm about to figure that out.
So can you have like the third world and a SoCal DGA?
Isn't that does sound that way, huh? Third area, it sounds like third world. It literally sounds.
Oh,
like
third area. I'm sorry. See, my stoner ass literally put two and two together, said third world. I didn't mean to say it like that. But that's what it felt like.
It sounds like they're calling us the third world country.
I mean, listen, we kind of are a third world country with a Gucci belt.
Third world area. Pretty much. That's what it feels like. Yeah, no, I have to check in. I don't know if I'm even allowed to, or like if I have to relinquish that, but we'll see. We'll see.
I'm excited, dude. You're a professional director now.
I'm professional now.
That's right.
No.
So
can't be like, this is my first job anymore.
No. And also the last time you were in Shreveport, you didn't have a union gig, the last gig probably, right? Like in Shreveport. So you're coming back
full force.
Full force fucking unionized professional gig. Yes, dude. That's what's up.
So yeah, I'm
happy for you though. I mean, it was kind of a bad week for you as well.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
But this is a good
light. Yeah.
This is a good light at the end of the tunnel,
Exactly. So still here, LA. Committed. I'm gonna do it. Come at me, bro. So yeah, but I'm gonna do it. And I'm already starting off the year strong, making connections and meeting people, and we'll see what happens. My hope for, again, if people didn't know already, 2022 is work bigger projects, work less, so that I can do more directing. Yeah. So yes,
that's right.
And
that's still your goal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's going to be probably a good at least half a year of development, because I'm still, like I said, I've got like 4 scripts and in various finishing points that I'm.
And it helps you beneficially, right? Like insurance wise, now that you're in DGA.
It will. Yes.
It will.
I had to pay loads of money first, but yes,
of course.
Yes. There is like health insurance and pension and stuff like that.
Fucking A.
Yeah. Oh wait, somebody said AutoZone auto parts have catalytic converter parts for cars and SUVs. Good to know.
Good to know.
I'll see what my insurance company says. Hopefully, my friend who didn't help. He was like, "Yeah, I heard that sometimes they like the insurance company just declares a car completely totaled because of how much the catalytic converter costs to replace." Yeah.
Well, that's robbery. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't really want to replace the car again. Yeah.
Not really. Not when you just fucking bought the motherfucker.
I know, but whatever. Maybe it's.
I mean, that's how I lost my car. Literally, I bought it 2 years later, or no, a year and a half later. I moved to Austin from Oakland, and 2 years into Austin, living here, it gets fucking demolished. You know, go back a few episodes, ladies and gentlemen. Go back a year, and you'll hear an entire episode of.
He didn't even do anything. Yeah, that's what's crazy. It's just somebody just was like, "Fuck your car."
Yep. And ever since then, it's been a problem finding a car. And still, Christine, just like COVID and my sense of smell, it still is non-existent. It's insane, dude. I don't understand dealerships. Anybody who works in a dealership, I have a question for you. Okay. And I don't know dealerships. Okay. I used to be a salesman myself. I used to work retail for almost 10 years, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that you need to sell something, but if you have a car, right? And let's say it's a Honda CRV. Okay. Great.
Yes.
And this happened to me. I went to the dealership and there was this deal going on I saw on Car Gurus, and it didn't tell me like a ton of information, but it was like, hey, we have this on sale and it's a private dealer and it's going for like 10,000 or 11,000, something like that. Okay. And I was just like, wow, that's awesome. Great. And then so I show up and they're like, no. And they're like, oh, it's 11,000 cash. And I was like, okay, well, A, I don't have that. As you can tell, I look almost homeless as it is. And B, you understand. They told me too. I looked at the odometer. It said 175,000 miles.
Oh gosh.
175,000 miles, and they want 11,000 for cash. Now, if you work in a dealership and you let's just say rob these people with this price, because that's what you're doing. That's essentially what you're doing. You're not helping me. You're not helping customers. You're not helping anybody else. This is the way the world is. And it's nuts, you guys, because I not only dealt with once, I dealt it twice, not even 3 times, more than 4 times. I've dealt with this so many times, Christine. You would honestly think that I would be making it up at this point. And I wish I am. No. I wish I am. It feels like
you got catfished. But
yeah, and also I have a shoot coming up in 5 fucking days. And I'm like, fuck. I'm so mad.
You're getting catfished.
I'm getting catfished by a car. An inanimate object.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Christine. I don't mean to pop off like this, but it is.
Oh, no.
My therapist had to deal with this.
This is like public therapy. People
it's just so crazy. Why would you do that? And also,
that's what catfishing is.
I literally looked at 3 different cars and they all fucking failed me. They all failed me in some way, shape, or form. Also, too, like I have a shoot coming up, and I don't have time to just deal with like going to I just now have to be on the phone with them for 30 minutes. And just have to fucking deal with it and ask them a bunch of fucking questions. The dealerships and these sellers are going to be real fucking mad at me, but honestly, I don't give a fuck. I'm so mad to the point where I'm going to scream at them over the phone. I'm going to turn into a Karen. I'm going to turn into a Karen. I'm going to start asking everybody for their fucking managers, Christine. I'm not fucking around anymore.
And that's the story of Karen.
You understand that now asking for a manager is the worst fucking form of a human being that could ever exist right now? Do you understand that? If you ask for a manager and anyone heard you in an earshot distance,
oh, no.
You're public enemy number 1, dude.
What's a male version of Karen? Oh, sorry, Chip. I haven't answered your question yet. What did I name my car yet? No, and that's probably why these things are happening. I need to find a name.
I don't know if that's the reason, but okay.
Yeah, but what's the male version of Karen? What's
Well,
it Ken?
no, it's like somebody told me Chad, but I don't think it's Chad.
Is
Because
it? Okay,
Chad,
I'm looking it up.
Chad is like a SoCal dude who just fucking surfs his hangs out of Venice Beach, dude, and just talks like this, like gets out of the boardwalk, dude.
Oh, look, male version of Karen. I typed in male version. Oh, it says Net Ken.
Nick, okay.
Yeah, Ken
Net
is
Ken? Okay.
No, it's Ken.
Okay, Ken.
His name is Ken.
Well, then there you go.
Okay.
I'll become a Ken. I don't care. In fact, no, just for shits and giggles, I'll become non-binary and just become Karen.
You're just Karen. Non-binary Karen. That won't fly with Karen, though.
It wouldn't fly with a lot of Karens. I'll say that. It won't fly. But listen, I got to start asking for these motherfuckers managers. It's getting wild, dude. I don't understand with these dealerships. Like buying a car. I'm so sorry, anybody who's trying to buy your car. Just be yourself. You're so fun. Thank you so much, Melissa. I appreciate that. He is
very, very funny. That's why I keep him around.
It's just, and honestly, it is funny because it like the worst fucking luck, because like I see this online that is clearly too good to be true. I'm literally getting You're so right, Christine. I'm getting fucking catfish. That's so funny.
It's so obvious.
I literally have so these obvious. I have these moments of like
literally getting catfished.
I'm like, Mom, I found the car. I gotta get this. Drop me off here. Let's go to the dealership now. And then we go, and they're like, oh yeah, it's cash. Oh yeah, someone else, this Joe Schmo's gonna pay $13,000 in cash. And I'm like, fuck,
Yeah, you're getting catfished.
I also got outbidded by someone who works at Tesla, who bought a gasoline car, who works at Tesla. Guys, what is happening? What is happening?
You're getting catfished. Oh,
I'm going to talk more about this on my Twitch live stream, everybody. Go on twitch.tv/AutumnFilms and come hang out with me and talk mad shit about dealerships. Because
Autumn Films, is that what it is?
It's just, well, it's AHDUMB Films. And that's my Twitch channel, because there's so many Adams that exist on that platform. I had no idea. I was just going to go Adam Chase Rennie, taken. I was just going to go Adam Chase, taken. I was like, okay, like Chase is spaced, like my PlayStation name. Like, okay, maybe I use a gamer tag or something. It's like, it's taken. I'm like, what do I do? And then finally, like after a whole entire day of just trying to figure out a username, I finally was just like, oh, this is dumb. Dumb films. Fine. How about this? And they're like, success. I'm like, so I'm a dumb films.
What time does your Twitch happen?
No, it's twitch.tv/AHDUMB. So and then dumb.
AHDAM.
No, DUMB. Dumb.
Really?
Dumb.
Is that correct? So I just typed in. Okay.
It's dumb films.
Oh, sorry, films, but dumb
films.
Okay. There.
Thank you.
Make sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go on twitch.tv and go subscribe. Well, just give me a follow. You don't even need to subscribe. It's for free. There's a few people who asked me, it's like, isn't Twitch like you have to pay for it? You actually don't. It's a free account. You just go on. You may have to watch a few ads. It is what it is. That's free content, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go on there for hours and talk mad shit about
being catfished
and being catfish. That's just the way. That's just the way the world works.
That's the same thing with real estate, that you go up and show up to a house and someone's bought it for cash. Yeah, because all the LA people are moving over. That's what's going on. I can't even imagine
with homes. I'm honestly scared to death trying to find a house right now, because
it's not possible.
You're right. It feels like it's not really possible, especially even outside of Austin. Yeah. It's almost not possible. Even as far as probably Round Rock or Cedar Park. I'm like Pflugerville even. I'm just like, I can't find shit.
Okay. So I want to pitch this business idea I came up with.
Please.
Real quickly.
Yeah.
So it is to solve this problem. And I'm fine if someone steals it, because I would love to do it, but like I just don't have the knowledge and resources to be
That's
able
not true,
to
but
build it.
go ahead. That's not
But
true.
if someone
business
out
savvy.
there that does, I would love to build it. But it solves this problem that most millennials and Gen Z cannot afford places to live in and stuff like that. So, and we all like to, so I already know what I want to call it. It's going to be called Bop Pads or beatbop.com. And the idea is like people like me or people who are working from home and want to work somewhere else for a month, like, hey, Austin or LA or New York or something like that. You find a pod, you can create your own. The free service would be you create your own and you share it with like, okay, I know I have a friend in New York and I have a friend in Austin and I have a friend in LA. And those are the 3 places I want to beat bop around to. So then you like basically average out your rents. So, but there's got to be rules, you know? So you'll be like, hey, everybody who's in my pod has to have a spare guest bedroom type thing. But you pull together your rent so that the rent ends up being similar to how much you are paying, but now you have 3 places instead of 1. And then you could beat bop around to your
wherever
other
the fuck you want to
Where
go.
the fuck you want. Isn't that cool?
You feel like a high roller too when you do that shit, right?
And it solves
yeah,
the
I love that.
Airbnb problem because the Airbnb issue is that if you go and try to rent a place for a month, it's expensive, expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a very sophisticated timeshare, but for multiple locations. And like I said, the free service would be like you get to choose who is in your pod, you know, so because you don't want just anybody who lives with you for a month or whatever. So you can, but it can be a social thing too. So then like the paid service would be like, hey, I don't know anybody in Italy, so I would like these credentials. And then like they put you together with that pod and then like, hopefully it's a good fit. And then, there's contracts and we deal with all that. And that's the second service. And the third service would be like, hey, I don't want to own any, like, I don't want to rent at all. So I'm going to essentially pay the mortgage for these 3 people who own their places in, I don't know, Austin, Italy. What's another place I would love to go? Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
And hey, you guys average out and it's like between the 3 of you guys, you think it's worth it if I pay $500 in rent.
Right.
And that's split amongst those 3 people. And I can come and beat bop around your 3 locations.
And your mortgage is getting paid off.
And your mortgage is being paid. Exactly. Yeah. When you're, so it's like,
wow.
I just think, right?
It's
a badass idea.
Christine, and you say that like, well, I'm not smart enough to come up with the business idea. You literally just came up with the business idea.
I've been thinking about this a lot because I really want to make it. I kind of want to test it first. So I want to beat bop test with like, so let's see here. I just got to convince my friends who have nice places and cool places to like let me beat bop around. I mean, I already do that, but make it more of a business aspect. So like, obviously I have friends in Austin that have places that they own that they would be willing to let me, that have a spare bedroom. And then I want to I technically have a connection in Hawaii. So that would be my other spot. And then, I guess LA, now I have a house in LA that will have a spare bedroom type thing. So yeah.
And I feel like somewhere like LA being so, sorry, LA people, overpopulated.
Expensive.
It's expensive, overpopulated.
Exactly.
And that would help the housing crisis going on.
Yeah, and it would help. I just feel like it would help like filmmakers because we're stuck. Yeah, when we're stuck in some of these projects that we're on are like months long, especially when you're doing like features and stuff, right? They're getting longer and longer. So you're essentially living there for like 2 months and stuff. And yeah, there's certain depending on your production, they'll like usually pay for a hotel or something like that. But like, there's something to like being able to like be at a home, And so, and sometimes there are productions that won't pay for that, but maybe you were from there or like, so that's my situation be like, hey, I can still say I will work as a local, which means I'll provide my own housing, just so I can be on that project in Austin because I want to be in Austin for that, month or 2 type thing. So like it's great for beat bopping. So that's So that's my thought. And I think it's just going to be like that more and more, because owning a house is in these metropolitan areas is like virtually impossible now. So without a shit ton of money. So
yeah, I was going to say, unless you make 250,000 a year, which
right.
not a lot of us are, hate to break it, but
because we're in films. So
because we're in films, duh. So yeah, no, that's a fucking fantastic idea. And also too, it benefits every single party in that favor, in terms of like who's paying for the property, who's getting the money for the property, paying for the mortgage.
Well,
if they want to, or
would like to build this with me, I am down, because I really, 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 really want this to happen for my own selfish reasons. Like I want that. Like, so I'm gonna start testing it amongst my friends and see if anybody bites. Because I think it'd be really cool.
I think so too. I think it'd be really, really fucking awesome, especially helping out freelancers and, you know, small time filmmakers as well, you know, independent filmmakers. Yeah. So I feel like that's the most beneficial, especially when it comes to real estate.
Yeah.
You don't realize how much real estate is like the most rarest currency in this country. It's going to start
right now,
like.
more and more. Yeah. More and more. So
if you own a piece of real estate, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
Yes. You are an adult.
Truly. You are an adult ass adult. Thank God.
Professional ass adult.
Professional ass adult. How long have we been going?
Yeah, I think it's about to hit an hour. So
is it an hour? Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Well then, fuck that went by, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit.
Yeah, when shit happens to us, like catalytic converters being stolen and getting catfished by car dealerships, it goes by.
Yeah.
Goes by really fast.
Catfished by a dealership, dude. Fuck. Yeah.
That's
also
pretty much what it is. That's going to be the title of this podcast.
And also somebody
catfished.
Yeah, and Christine getting almost robbed. Basically robbed.
Rude LA welcome. Yes.
Sassy LA welcome.
Sassy LA welcome.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's been the Get Reelisms podcast. Tune in next week for another episode of the Get Reelisms podcast whenever we get a chance to do this. And also pop by getreelisms.com. Get your book.
Yeah.
Get it.
Yes.
Put this in your wish list and your hearts, and buy it and soak up all the, and also pass it to friends who are in the film industry, who needs that little bit of extra film knowledge, and you want to help them out and be like, hey, you want some film education? Here's a book.
Or more like, hey, you need this. You need help.
You need help. You're not doing good. You're a really bad filmmaker. Read this book now. No, but
yes, I'm glad I'm safe too. I'm glad I don't have COVID. I hope that the people who did get it recover quickly and safely, and everybody stay safe, wear masks, be conscious and considerate of other people, and hopefully we all get through. This is a group effort to get through.
Hold on, Christine. That's a really hot take. What you're saying right now. You're saying some outlandish shit.
Are you being Karen?
You better watch. Can I speak to your manager, please? I have a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been the Get Reelisms podcast. Ursleyfilm.com for all the previous episodes of every single of these episodes that we've done for a year now, I think. Or maybe
just subscribe on Spotify. That's probably
subscribe on Spotify. Podcast. We're putting in the backlog audio, and you guys are just going to have hours of free content right in your ears. Right?
If anything, you'll be able to listen to it and be like, yeah, my life is just a little better.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm doing fine.
And that's what we serve here, is to make your self-esteem serve just a little better.
Help to increase your self-esteem.
Listen to the Get Reelisms podcast and get some film education while you're at it. Yeah, I think that's it, Christine.
Yeah, love you.
I love you. I love this podcast. I love you, audience, as well. So thank you so much.
Audience. Yeah, we appreciate it. We love it when you guys chime in and chat with us and stuff like that, so we don't feel nearly as alone in the world.
No, we love a good chat. We love a good stream, and we love a good audience. And you guys rule. Instagram, Facebook, we love you. So thank you so much, everybody. That's been the Get Reelisms Podcast. Anything else, Christine, before we say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.